Click Dork back again, and today, my friends, I'm coming at you live from always sunny Gainesville, Georgia, here in my Data Cathedral studios. The sun is shining on me here. It is going to be a great day for me, and I hope you're having a great day as well. Today, I'm bringing you Dork Cast number 42, and the title of this is Signatures. Well, that's kind of a weird title. We're going to have to get into that. My guest today is an old friend, Mária Oreská, and Maria is the Chief Product Officer at Inphinity. I know y'all are multitaskers. Feel free to go ahead and screenshot this and go connect with Maria now. Feel free to get her email so that you can write her all your brilliant ideas after we get done for what else you might like to see in their product. Or you can just write to her and tell her how amazing what she just delivered is. Maria, it is always a pleasure to have you on. How are you today?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Actually, the sun is shining too as well here. So it's a really great day, full of innovation and excitement.
Very, very good. And I guess I mean I have no idea what my generative AI note taker did or why they called this signatures. But I know that Infinity does a lot with forms. So I'm guessing this is probably like a checkbox that says Dalton approved this.
Well, I would say it's much more than a checkbox.
Oh no. Oh no. Don't
Yeah.
don't tell me it's another one of those CAPTCHA things where I gotta say, yes, I'm not a robot auto checking this, and I gotta figure out which pictures have dogs or cats in it. It's not
No,
that.
no, it's not that, but actually, it might be a good idea. I will definitely put that on list of
Well,
ideas to
I don't
consider.
know.
Later.
You saw the panic in my eyes, like, don't tell me I gotta validate dogs and cats in order to sign this thing. So let's jump into it. The idea of signatures seems really exciting, and I'll share my reasons why I think that might be exciting. If what you tell me is what I think it may really, really be, but it's too much for me to hope for, so I need to hear it from you.
Yeah, actually, as you probably know, since as you mentioned, we are long friends, we really strive on innovation that makes sense for real life use cases, not just for marketing purposes. And very often, our team is the team who comes up with the ideas on how to innovate, how to move the boundaries, how to push the boundaries. But in this case, actually, the idea came from a customer. And that's really cool because it's a customer who uses Infinity Forms for planning.
Okay.
And yet they contacted us that their users, their employees, need to sign attendees forms or forms for attendees when they finish the
Right.
trainings. And
Okay.
as of now, they were contacting us. They did it on papers manually with a pen
Yep, that makes
and
sense.
handwriting. Can you imagine how difficult it is to find something in historical data if you have it signed only on a paper somewhere? And
It's easy. You just go to the file cabinet in the basement of the building in the very back row. From the million boxes of those meeting minutes, you pull that one and voila, and in 4.5 hours with an army of people, you found the signature.
well, if you would enjoy this process, obviously the signature isn't for you. I'm sorry.
So they were
But
doing it on paper, and they said, we need a way that we can actually track this digitally then.
yeah, exactly. And actually, there was another reason they asked for this, and that was that they are meat producer. So if they are going to some on-site trainings, as you can imagine, it's a wet environment,
Okay.
and they need to wear gloves, and signing anything with gloves on your hands in a wet environment itself is not comfortable.
Okay.
So that was another reason to, yeah, move it to tablets and just use the pen to sign.
Very cool. So when you say use the pen, you're like really, really, which is what I was like afraid to even dream. You're talking like they really signed something graphically then.
Yeah, exactly. They can use their fingers, but also stylus. This kind of pen
Okay.
I meant. Yeah, just to
Yep.
just to.
Nice. Nice. Do you have a demo or something like that? Because I'm still
Or
trying to wrap my head around. They're not checking a box. They're not picking their name in a filtered
no,
list. They're not doing a CAPTCHA thing. They're literally signing their name.
exactly. What's
Okay.
important to say, it's in click because that's where the rest of the information, the rest of the data is.
Well, that's the way the world should be. Every single piece of information should be there. Because as we've talked before, it makes no sense if you're going to take action and do things that you would have to leave analytics, go do it in another system. You lose the context of what you're even working on when you go to those other systems. So, yeah, go ahead and share your.
Okay,
Let's take a look at this. I'm really curious to see how this works.
please confirm. When you can see my screen, I'm in Click Cloud.
Two thumbs up. I see your screen.
Okay, perfect. This seems pretty simple, but that's exactly what was needed, what was requested.
Okay.
So imagine you have this on tablet and you are now finishing the class of mastering planning in Click Infinity. Then the trainer can just go to attendees and hand them the tablet over, and
Okay.
they will just click on the sign here button near their name. There's a pop-up.
Aha. I was a little bit worried. I saw that little circle like, yeah, all I can do is basically circles if it's that small. Okay.
No, it was just me, yeah, playing with it because it's actually pretty fun.
Okay.
So you can use your finger, you can use mouse, you can use stylus to really draw your signature, and then you can either clear it if you want, but you can also sign.
Nice.
And here is a preview of the signature. And when I hover my mouse over it, there is also information about custom consent
Okay.
that you also can define.
Right. That makes sense. Okay.
So it may seem pretty simple here in this use case, but as I mentioned, it's exactly what was needed. But we extrapolated it even further uh,
Okay.
because using Infinity Forms with this signature field type, you can literally sign other values, sign data, sign manual inputs, and they can be locked from further modifications.
Okay.
So as I mentioned, it's much more than a checkbox or a switch because it locks the values, it tracks information about who signed the information, when, and yeah, as you can see, it stores the signature itself.
Yep. I'm curious, why would the customer need a signature versus just having Anna check a box and saying, yes, I was here? What was the psychology behind that?
Well, I would say the psychology is pretty important in this specific feature because when you just click the checkbox, or switch, it may be a thing that you do automatically. Like I'm
Yep.
drinking my coffee and just click, 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 and yeah, okay. Even though technically somewhere it's saved that you are the one who clicked it,
Yep.
it's different when you have to write your surname, your signature, and then double check, double confirm it with clicking the sign button.
Yes. That makes a lot of sense. We live in a very non-personal world
Yeah,
and we do an awful lot of things. It's just, yeah, whatever, 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 whatever. To me, signing my name would add a little bit of accountability, right? Like
exactly.
if I attended this master planning class, of course, I'm going to be in the front row taking copious notes. I want to get a lot out of it. Other people might just be playing on their phone during the meeting. And then they realize, hey, I'm signing my name, committing to the fact I've been through this material.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Or imagine that you are signing targets for the next year, or you are signing
yep.
bonuses for your employees, for your colleagues. Yeah, it's a yeah, really, really the step that you should be focused on when you are confirming it.
So the idea of signatures is really an interesting one to me because that psychology is really one of the first things I started learning when I transitioned into sales from IT over 10 years ago. I had no clue how to sell anything. I had been a coder. I was a tech writer. I was a DBA, all technical things. And if I looked at a pen, I would say, "Ooh, I got a blue pen. This is a really pretty blue pen. Wouldn't you like to have this blue pen?" And you might say, "No, I've got a green pen, and green's my favorite." Or, "Hey, but I've got better ink in mine." Yeah, it's an office pen, don't care. But one of the interesting things is I was trying to learn sales and what the difference was between features and functions and values. There's an infamous thing out there, sell me this pen. And
Hmm.
that's always in a meeting, when you're interviewing somebody, hey, Marie, if you're going to be on our team to sell, try to sell me this pen, right? And they want to see what your approach would be.
Yeah.
And one of the first things that I saw just really stuck with me, and it was never about the pen. It just never was about the pen. It wasn't how it felt. It wasn't whether it was skinny or fat or easy to grip or the ink would last forever. You could write upside down. It was about in this impersonal world that we're in with so much computer stuff, what do you ever actually use a real pen for? And it would always come back to I sign my name on things, whether it's a check, it's a contract, it's a form, and there's value that we as humans associate to our name. A lot of us are taught early age, your word is your bond. Your name means something. Don't let your name get dragged through the mud. And so I really like that idea, that this notion of when you sign this means something. So I think this is great. And I'm assuming you, like you said, you can use this for forms for attendance, but you can also use this for workflows. So rather than just
Absolutely.
checkbox, oh yeah, yeah, I looked at it, sure. Right. It's, I'm putting my name on the fact that I looked at it. And that is a different mindset, I think. And would stop some of the automated things where we just, oh, I accidentally checked a box. I didn't mean to check the box.
Yeah. If I may switch to another application because it's very nicely linked to what you are saying.
There you go.
When you combine the signature, the act of signing with
Yep.
numbers, yeah, it's even more powerful. In this demo application, I can sign only the data that has been approved. So now it's approved. When I'm signing it, I also see the summary is
Nice.
exactly what
Yep.
I'm signing.
Yeah.
And when I go through it, then I say, yeah, Infinity.
Nice. I like how you use the infinity sign on your signature. Good for
Much better.
you. That's sneaky. I'm going to use a bow tie as my sign now. I'm going to sign everything. I'm going to change my legal signature to a bow tie.
Yeah. And as you can see, once
Yep.
it's signed, I can't edit it anymore. But based on the way how it's customized, of course, you can remove the signature or you can't remove the signature. If you can and it's removed, then you can disapprove things and so on and so on. So everything is by expression as Click developers would expect. So yeah, works pretty well. But I absolutely agree with you that the psychological effect, the psychological side of this is exactly what makes it unique.
Nice.
And
And you
there is
mentioned, I'm
actually,
imagining now
yeah,
you're at your desktop. So you used a mouse
yeah.
because before when we talked, you mentioned having a pad. My phone has a stylus with it. So this is all mobile. You don't have to be at a desk using a mouse. If you had a
You
touch
don't
screen,
even you don't even need stylus. You can do it with your finger on your phone. I tested it. Works pretty
okay,
well.
nice. Yeah, my fat finger, I wouldn't have a whole lot of room. I would use a stylus for that. So this is so cool. Uh,
Yeah.
anything else that's coming from you guys?
I wanted to mention the other point of view on this psychology in the AI era, and actually it's the thing that people are often afraid that someone will fake their approvals. Yeah, with fake news, fake images, everything is AI generated now, and so on. The fear is real.
Yes.
And if it's just a checkbox or it's just a switch, people can fear that someone will get access to their account, their Click account, someone from their team leader who just they got fight with or something like that,
Yeah.
and yeah, they can approve something under their name. But the signature here, it's not an image. It's not something you can just copy and paste. It's stored. It's technically stored as a coordinate, as a long series of numbers. You
Okay.
can't just take a screenshot and just paste it to another field. So it also helps to build trust in signature, in data, in forms, in Click, in the processes in the end.
That's nice. I hadn't even thought of that. I was coming at it from an accountability standpoint from the employee. That's a safety feature for the employee.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. That is not my signature.
Yeah. Works both ways. I can also imagine that some partner or Click Guru might create a solution that will take some signature patterns,
Yeah.
and then based on some AI, there will be an information, yeah, whether the signature meets one of the patterns or not, yeah, to be sure that it's the person who is signing the data.
Okay. A lot going on in the head for the box on the right there versus just the checkbox that's on the left there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
Yep.
first level.
Yep.
But then the final approval is much stronger.
Yes. I really dig it. I really dig it. That is so cool. Now, what's
Yeah.
coming in the future and how far in the future are we looking?
Are you interested in what's going to be public next week?
Next week sounds good to me. We
Is that
beat the
okay?
rush. I'll have this video out. People watching this, you'll know a couple of days ahead of time.
So actually there are two main things coming out next week in the August release of Inphinity Forms. The first one is that. Do you know you can upload files using Inphinity Forms on-prem?
Yes.
I hope so.
Yep. You call that mole?
Actually, no, it's a file type in Forms General and Forms
Okay.
Single Record. So, okay, in that case, let me show you a demo application very, very quickly. So this is our public demo portal.
Anybody can go out to that and
Log in and play with 30 demo applications showcasing our features.
you've got a great HR solution.
Yeah. And what's the best? You can download it for free and implement it in your environment or tweak it or whatever you want. So what you can see here is Inphinity Forms that you can use to upload files directly to the server based on the configuration and then folders and so on that's defined. When a user clicks on it, the file is downloaded. You can open it, yeah, look at what's inside and so on. And actually, this feature has not been available in cloud because honestly, we don't want to store customers' files on our servers.
Right. Okay.
So based on the feature request, based on the request coming from our customers, we are now finalizing file upload to SharePoint that will be available for both Click Cloud, that means also Inphinity Forms full SaaS, and on-prem deployments. You can define where in your SharePoint you want the file to be uploaded.
Nice. I was going to ask you where, if that was configurable, where the storage would be. That's all out next week.
Yeah, that's coming out next week for both on-prem and cloud. And the other thing that will be tied with this new feature next week, give me a second, I need to go to our development environment. Okay, so you can see the editable pivot table right now, okay? Yep. Sure, great. Okay, so this is forms planning, used for planning mostly.
Yep, absolutely.
And the new button we are adding is called adjust, and it helped me adjust value in a cell by, for example, 10%, increase by 10%.
Okay.
And it calculates the increment for me and add the increment for me.
So I don't have to do that mental math before I've even had coffee in the morning or my Mountain Dew in the morning. And okay, this is this, subtract 10% and figure out a number.
Exactly that. It's even better because obviously we did our homework and we know how the best planning tools work. So you can also say that I want to add 10%, but not only to this cell, but to all cells to the right at the same aggregation level. And I can even say if I want it to be flat, like each one of those cells will be adjusted by 10%, or if I want it to be cumulative. So 10% increase and 10% increase for the cell that's
okay, so the next cell might be 20%, the next cell might be 30. Okay.
Exactly.
Wow.
And if you don't want always to go to this pop-up, you can use something we call shortcuts. And this say that I want to do 10% to all cells at 10% to all cells to the right.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So shortcuts.
Yeah, we call it shortcuts.
I heard that people that normally use Excel love shortcuts. And so now you're putting shortcuts in there as well.
Yeah,
That's
to really speed up the planning process and help the users, because in the end it's the product for them.
and that's coming next week.
Yeah, true.
That's the beginning of August. This isn't the beginning of September that's coming. Beginning of August. All right.
Exactly. For September, October, November, and December, we have other innovations planned, but stay tuned for that.
Oh, wow. Even I have to wait. You're so generous in helping me get things quickly. I know you guys do a great job of sharing things with videos, but with so much going on in my mind, and this bow tie strangles the oxygen, slows the oxygen down. I appreciate the personal help in helping me see what it is you guys are doing. You're doing tremendous stuff. It is very creative, and you obviously have some really smart customers as well that come up with really nice implementations. And I'm sure in their heads, they're like, this is a crazy idea, but we're going to ask. And you guys always end up delivering for your customers. I so commend that process that you guys go through. Any final words you want to share before we end?
I just want to say I'm really thankful for all your feedback and excitement. It's very important for us. And as you mentioned, we always value our partners and customers, but even people outside of these companies come to us and share their ideas. So feel free to do so.
Fantastic. Thank you again so much. And for all of you out there, thank you so much. Appreciate your watching. And as always, I hope you have a great, great day.